Bwana, mimi sina mwingine ila wewe Bwana. Nikimbilie wapi Mungu wangu? Msaidizi wangu, tegemeo letu, kiongozi wetu, msaidizi. Hakuna mwingine tena Baba, hakuna kimbilio jingine tena. Unastahili sifa zote, sifa na utukufu, unastahili Baba yangu.
Yes, good afternoon, my viewers. I would like to speak to you about overcoming the spirits of Baal, and I want to refer you to the history of Prophet Elijah. Elijah being one of the prophets in the Bible, the Old Testament prophets. We are going to look into the life of Elijah and how he overcame the spirits of Baal. And when we are speaking about overcoming the spirits of Baal, the spirits of Baal may be depicted in so many forms, as I shall be explaining to you later. So, this is Prophet Elijah, and we are going to look at the life of Elijah, one of the major prophets in the Bible. And we're also going to look at the temptations that faced the life of Elijah. And before we begin with our first reading, I want to inform our viewers that there are so many forms of spiritual or spirits of Baal that can be depicted in our lives and that can be identified. And these spirits of Baal, they may be displayed in so many forms. You may be there watching us and you are passing through a lot of challenges. So the spirits of Baal, they hinder the growth of a Christian life. And they hinder the growth of a Christian life in so many ways. The spirits of Baal may also be depicted in our day-to-day activities, in our places of work, in our churches, there are spirits of Baal, and also in our homesteads where we live. So the spirits of Baal that we want to speak about today, one of the ways of how the spirits of Baal may enter into our lives, one of the techniques is that they create a foundation. Once these spirits create a foundation in our lives, they become so imminent. So one of the ways is that we must stop these spirits of Baal from being imminent in our lives. So I want to urge you that you need to identify any form of these spirits that may hinder the growth of a Christian life. I'm going to refer to the book of 1 Kings chapter 19, verses 3 to 6. And I'm going to read it in NIV. Elijah was afraid and ran for his life. When he came to Beersheba in Judah, he left his servant there, while he himself went a day's journey into the wilderness. He came to a broom bush and sat down under it and prayed there that he might die. So that was our first reading, and our key text was from the book of 1 Kings chapter number 19, verse 3 to 6. So those are the words of Elijah the prophet. Elijah had faced a lot of challenges when he was being chased by King Ahab and the wife Jezebel. Remember Jezebel, Ahab being the king at that time, had married Jezebel. Jezebel bringing the worship of Baal prophets or the worship of Baal. And that is how we found out that the worship of Baal, and even King Ahab, we are being recorded in the Bible that he built temples to worship Baal. And so Elijah, being a prophet of God, God had sent him to rescue the people from the bondage and the worship of idolatry, the worship of false prophets. So we see Elijah in a very, very dangerous condition, and he's crying for God to help him. And in this situation where we are seeing Elijah, he has walked for some distance in the wilderness and is crying. He wants God to take his life. So that is our foundation for today. We want to talk about how to overcome the spirit of Baal. Remember, Elijah was a major prophet. God was speaking to Elijah. And Elijah is now reaching a time that now he wants to take away his life. He sees there is no way he is going to come out. He's going to run away from Jezebel and the Baal prophets. Remember the rulers at that time. Remember the history of the people of Judah. They had adopted the worship of false prophets. So God had sent Elijah to rescue the people. And we see the rise of King Ahab here in the book of First Kings. Before we read the First Kings 19, and you read the book of First Kings chapter 16, verse 29, we see the rise of King Ahab. And now, when King Ahab comes into the presence, he marries Jezebel. And with the marriage, we now see the worship of false prophets. That is now from verse number 21 of First Kings chapter number 16. So we see the life of Elijah. Elijah is announcing drought, a great drought for 3 good years. That is the book of First Kings chapter number 17, verse 1 to 2. So Elijah, after announcing the great drought, Elijah is fleeing to the wilderness. So Elijah fleeing to the wilderness because he's running away from Jezebel. Then we see again, when we look at the book of First Kings chapter number 17, verse 2, Elijah is in the wilderness now. Elijah is now in the wilderness and is now suffering after running away from Jezebel. So Elijah in this context is fighting a temptation. So there are so many temptations in the life of a Christian. There are so many temptations and they come in different forms. So we are giving an example of Elijah being a prophet of God. Remember, Elijah is a servant of God here and is now running away. Elijah is fed by ravens. That is the book of First Kings, chapter number 17. Elijah is fed by ravens. Then now we see again, Elijah has been fed by ravens in the wilderness. And then another thing we see again is Elijah now meeting the Zarephath widow now. That is First Kings chapter 17, verse 7 to 24. Elijah is now meeting the Zarephath widow, and we now know what is going to happen. Elijah is now hungry because he's been in the wilderness for so many days. Then we now see this person called Obadiah. There's somebody in your life that can really help you. We see somebody called Obadiah in the life of Elijah. And we see the significance of Obadiah in the life of Elijah. So this guy Obadiah, this servant Obadiah, was a very loyal person. In every temptation that a Christian is passing through, there is always one person that will hold your hand. There is always one person that will act like Obadiah in your life. This person will save you. We see Mephibosheth, the life of Jonathan. We see Mephibosheth being loyal. So these are some of the examples that we can see that Obadiah was one of the loyal servants and really assisted Elijah whenever the kings, whenever Jezebel wanted to send people to kill Elijah, Obadiah was always giving him information. So Obadiah was so significant in the life of Elijah. That is in 1 Kings chapter number 18, verse 1 to 15. Then the final contest, the final temptation, we are seeing the Mount Carmel contest now. That is 1 Kings chapter number 18, 16 to 46. We are seeing Elijah battling the Baal prophets. And definitely God's victory is seen. And God is really showing his might to the people. And God is really gaining momentum. So Elijah's final contest was one of the greatest temptation by defeating the Baal prophets on Mount Carmel. So whatever I want to tell you as a viewer, there are so many obstacles in your life. There are so many spirits of Baal that you are battling with. I would like to inform you and tell you that worry not, and be worry less about these temptations, because the Lord is there for you. However much it takes you, or whatever you are passing through, God is always on your side. It takes a lot of time. It may take so many time. It may be 3 years or 10 years. It may be a disease that you are going through. It may be a challenge. You are doing your business out there. You are passing through a lot as a student in school. There are so many challenges you are passing through. But let you not be defeated by the spirits of Baal. Your friends may be saying so negative things about you. Those are spirits of Baal. Your relatives may be saying negative things about you. Those may be spirits of Baal. Your business may be going down. Those are spirits of Baal. So let us uproot the spirits of Baal in our lives and welcome the Spirit of God, because that Spirit of God is the only living Spirit that can guide us. That is the only Spirit that lives in our heart. That is the only Spirit that lives in our soul. So let us always abide by the Spirit of God. Let us win. Let us uproot the spirits of Baal in our life, and God's glory will be seen. May you all have a great day, and may you all have a great day as we continue with our worship hour. You can always subscribe to our channels, Paul the Psalmist and CVP Media. May you have a great day ahead, and may God bless you so much. Thank you.